where chickens evolved from men?
Yeah. I don't know.
Damn dirty chickens.
I hate those chickens.
They own everything.
It's anti-foul.
We just start coming up with racial stereotypes against things that aren't people.
Big chicken.
Like everything. Hey, that's a nice credenza. Oh yeah, well, you know credenzas control the entire publishing empire.
You don't want to cross a credenza.
Yeah.
Because it'll box you in.
It will. It's got a sliding door, or maybe one that opens up.
It'll whack you with it'll pinch. Get your finger caught in that. It hurts.
I'll harm you!
Give you a pinch. Ow!
Stop that, credenza.
It's just bad.
Credenza sounds like one of those things that someone would name a child or a small dog, unaware that it's already a word.
Was this like we were talking about the other day, just the stupid names?
Yeah, Ladasha.
Ladasha. LA-SHA? Was that how that went?
No, just LA-.
Oh yeah. You pronounced the dash. My wife has seen that name. She works at the DMV. She has seen that name.
It's real.
Really stupid.
Ooh. Right now, there's some woman named Ladasha in Delaware, and she hates us.
If Ladasha is spelled correctly, I'll give it to her that. I'll be like, that's cool, that's fine, but if you're gonna pronounce the hyphen. La hyphena.
Tilde. Tilda.
Tilda. The hun?
Mm-hmm. Tilda the hun.
Tilda the hun.
Yeah, people need to name kids after their barbarian heritage.
What would your kid's barbarian heritage name be?
Gromnar Skullcrusher.
Fair enough. Everyone knows about the.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about the tale of Numcrusher.
Yeah.
What did you say? Skullcrusher.
Numcrusher. Numcrusher sounds like one of Skeletor's henchmen. Like he'd be a dentist, and one of his hands would be a big Novocaine syringe, and maybe the other one would just be a big hammer.
So what's Skeletor calling Numcrusher? I want to hear that. I want to hear Skeletor berating Numcrusher.
Numcrusher, you numbskull! I wanted the secrets of Castle Grayskull!
I made it. You can't talk. Your tummy's numb.
Beastman, come and pants this simpleton!
Okay, Skeletor. What's my Beastman had a bit of an accent there? Okay, Skeletor.
Beastman, after he studied abroad for a semester and picked up that accent and came back all pretentious.
I don't think so, Skeletor.
Beastman, bring me the improbably created tank tread dragon mobile that moves more slowly than if we just walked.
You know. I don't think it's a good idea, Skeletor.
In England, Eternia, they drive those on the other side of the road.
That was a weird thing. Is that the thing where the track went... The track was an oval that flipped over?
Yeah, it'd get to the end and then the foot would flip around.
What?
You'd
imagine it'd be noisy as all get out.
What terrain would... What kind of land are you driving over where that's the best thing?
Yeah, I don't think there's any limit. I think what we then actually see is Skeletor got stuck in the mud all the time.
That's less effective than anything.
He goes to leave Snake Mountain, he's like...
He goes 6 hours, and then he gets bogged down, and he turns around, Snake Mountain's right behind him. Damn it, Beastman, get the Civic! I need the Land Rover! And it's 5 different colors. Not in a festive way, but in a he's had to replace all the fenders sort of way.
Because Beastman keeps wrecking it.
Yeah. The bumper's held on with duct tape.
It's a 1980s Honda.
The rearview mirror has been broken off, so it's like a bathroom mirror that's taped to the remnants of the mirror strut.
It's got a coat hanger antenna.
Yeah. He's got an 8-track player.
It's just it only goes. It doesn't even work anymore though. He can only listen to AM radio. He's stuck listening to Rush Limbaugh every day.
Like one of the doors, the handle's snapped off.
He has to reach across Beastman. That hits a little too close to home, Ben. You know I had a truck like that once.
Skeletor gotta get out and run around and open Beastman's door so Beastman can get out because of the stick, and Beastman can like climb over the hump in the middle.
He's got big claws on his toes.
Yeah, he does.
So it makes it hard.
How the upholstery is all like held together with electrical tape.
Duct tape. It's got the cracks in it.
Yeah. Damn it, Beastman! Why did you let Stinkor drive? Now we'll never get this out. Roll down the window.
They don't work. The crank is gone from one side.
But they're like the power window where it's broke but not quite. So you press and it goes and you gotta wait 5 minutes for it to like recharge.
You gotta like pull it up. Like, you gotta grab and pull it up.
Trapjaw, use your vice grip hand and pull up the window. You know, like they go to the drive-thru at McDonald's or something, and then it starts raining. It takes them like 15 hours to finagle the window back up.
These things are true stories, though.
They are.
We both have had some pretty shitty cars that these have come from. You remember that I ever tell you about I had that Aerostar minivan, not the green, not the Dodge Green. I had that old Aerostar minivan, and the excuse me, the electric window didn't work anymore, and I would open and close it. I had to pull the door panel off. The door panel just hung. It wasn't secure anymore. Ever tell you about this? You had to pull the door panel off. So you open the door and you're like, put the window down and you're going to go drive. You open the door, you put the door off and you just sit it on the ground. And then there was a 2x4 inside the body of the car, the door, that held the window up. And I'd reach in and I'd pull the 2x4 out and lay it down in the bottom of the door, and then I'd just lower the glass down, rehang the panel and shut the door. And then to close it when I was done, I had to go in there, undo it all, and then because you got all the different holes in the metal, the sheet metal. So you just like go to and one hole push up, and then catch in the next hole, and then reach in and get wedge the wood back up. Wait, this gets better. Okay. I'm driving along one day, and I go, I start smelling smoke, and then you know me. This is a story from the time my very first
truck blew up.
My very first car burnt up. But that's a different.
Rather than be driven by you,
yeah,
it chose to give itself a Viking funeral.
But that's a different story for a whole different time. But since that time, I'm very aware of when I smell smoke in a vehicle. When I'm like 20 years later, I'm still like that.
Car's gonna fall.
Yeah. Oh my God! I heard somebody smoking. I looked down, and the switches for the window. Which it's not hooked on them because in order to work that so the window worked, I took the whole motor out. The whole electric window up or downer motor.
Up or downer motor? If I go to advanced and say I need the up or downer motor for my window, they're like, oh yeah, what model you got there? Is that the LX or the DX?
It guarantee, especially if you're in North Dakota. It was smoking. It started smoking, and I had to pull inside her on, and I ripped the door panel off, and I throw it on the ground, and I'm stomping on it. It was on fire.
How did it on fire?
It had shorted itself out, sitting there, and it just started burning. So I had a fire right here next to my thigh.
Your thyroid region.
In my car. So I've had two cars that have caught fire.
You think you caught that one?
I know it didn't get nearly as bad as the first one that went.
You never have to worry about when it's time to get a new car.
I just wait for them to burn up. Well, the fire department leaves now. Finally, there's a charred mess in my driveway. And I go, time to go to the dealership.
Well, that's not so bad. Maybe I can get a couple $100 on the trade-in.
I hadn't told you that one yet. What's going to happen is we're going to run out of stories.
No, we keep doing interesting stuff. A lot of our stuff is hypothetical.
That one's true.
But I mean, we can say interesting stuff that never happened.
Yeah.
You'd be like, imagine if cheese was a controlled substance.
That would be horrible.
It would suck. Oh, boy.
That could really go for a Gouda right now.
So
you're on the street, and you see some guy in a shady alley, he's looking around like this, and you go, you got any Gouda?
you go to the bathroom in the high school that smells like cheese.
Yeah. The guy's like, I got cheddar, what do you want, a mild or extra sharp? New York white or Wisconsin? I'm like, I want the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want the Wisconsin.